I'm Perperis from Strength and Speed.
Jared from JRen Fitness.
And we're here at KC Timber Challenge just outside of Kansas City. The obstacle I have behind me is the Devil Steps. It's one of the harder obstacles you'll face here at the course, requiring a decent amount of upper body strength, a little bit of skill, a little bit of technique. So we're going to go over some of that today.
So the method I'm going to use is a little bit quicker but a little bit more advanced method. So you're just going to grab the bottom side or the back side of the step here, do a pull up, and then just walk your way up the obstacle so you get to the top. This here is a little bit more tricky. As it comes under, you're going to have to transfer, so you have to let go with one hand and go to the other side and then work your way down. Now coming down is going to be a little more tricky because if you straighten your arms out like that, you're going to burn out your grip. So try to keep that 90 degrees or your elbows bent to absorb some of that shock, and then down.
Now with this obstacle, it isn't all upper body obstacle. So you're not allowed to climb up the outside like a ladder. You're not allowed to get your feet on it. Problems with getting your feet on it is one, you're going to mess with the people behind you because now you've made the handholds muddy. And then the other problem is if your feet are on there and you're climbing and you fall, you might end up falling upside down. So it's only hands, keeps you upright, safer, and frankly it's just more fun. So another way you can do it is you can actually grab on this backside here. So these steps are kind of small, so there's actually gaps in between each of the steps. So you can essentially do this like a sideways monkey bar or like a ring where you're doing 2 hands per hold here. So you can see. Now I actually think it's easier to do the way Jared was doing it. So maybe at the transition. But just different technique for whatever you're comfortable with. Now one of the things that makes this awkward is you're holding not in a normal pull-up type hold where, like on a pull-up bar, your hands are completely closed, but you're more of an open palm grip.
I go with a C grip just because I like the security of that thumb, but again, it's going to be a lot of those top fingers being able to squeeze down. That thumb for me is just there for a security blanket.
So ideally, if you have an obstacle gym near your house, you can actually practice on a very similar type obstacle. But if you don't, what I like to do is try to find some place in the gym where I can do pull-ups with this open palm grip. Examples are the cross beam of a pulley machine, that's typically a square, or the top of a squat rack. You can actually hang from the top of the squat rack and actually practice traversing around in a 4-corner method.
If you're not quite to that level where you can really hold yourself up there, some things that have some of my clients do is what I call a lobster claw or a plate pinch. You take 2, 5, 2, 10, you mix up the plates depending on your skill level, and literally just make your hands like a lobster claw and pinch those plates together. You can start just by holding them out here, then as you get stronger, move them up more against gravity that way. So again, just whatever works for your ability levels.
And just like a lot of the obstacles you'll face on course, a lot of this is confidence. So when people get real high, they end up getting nervous, and then they get a little bit worried, and a lot of times they end up dropping before they've truly hit their capability. So if you've never done something like this before and you get to practice it, you can start by going up a couple of rungs and then down a couple rungs. Up a couple, maybe up a couple more, down a couple more. That way it builds that confidence and lets you know, I have the strength, I can do this, this is attainable.
Yeah, so trust your training, and that's the Devil Steps.